Hello everyone and welcome back to another reaction to Kentucky Ballistics, where today we have the wooden muzzle brake test for 50 BMG and some others. So that sounds interesting. My prediction is a wooden muzzle brake is probably gonna work, but only for a couple of shots on the bigger calibers, and maybe for a few more on the smaller ones, but it's definitely not gonna last long. So let's see how this plays out. Let's go. Oh,
Sorry
no.
about that, man. Total whoopsie-daisy. Well, even Stevens. I'd say that was a little bit harder, than what I originally did. Boy, have you lost your mind? You stupid old-timer, don't you? You know what? I'm talking about nobody messes with Scooter. No respect for them.
I thought he was gonna pull out a 50 cal, but okay. That also works.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today we're back answering questions that nobody asked. And today we're talking about muzzle brakes.
Oh, you even got one for the pistol, like a 9mm. Okay.
Brakes are typically made out of some sort of alloy and reduce recoil and muzzle rise when firing a gun. This is achieved by gases escaping through tiny or large ports in the muzzle brake. But my question is, why are they made out of metal? Why not wood? It's lighter, cheaper, and so much more aesthetically pleasing. So today I have several muzzle brakes.
It is funny to have a wooden muzzle brake on a completely metal and or plastic gun, but yes.
Made out of exotic wood ranging from 9mm all the way up to 50 BMG.
Oh,
and we're
that is giant.
going to find out if wooden muzzle brakes are effective or is it just a fun way to make toothpicks.
Oh wow, he actually got a nothing to shake a stick at short. That's great. Okay.
Muzzle brakes. I'm a pretty simple guy. I only have two hobbies in life: big guns and going to the gym. And if you also enjoy working out, then you understand the importance of having a premium set of headphones. And that's why I'm super excited about today's sponsor, Raycon.
Okay.
A big thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's go get to it.
Oh yeah.
So up first we have 9mm. This is a Shadow Systems 9mm, and I'm loaded up with 10 rounds of Underwood ammo, 124 grain full metal jackets. Let's get started by taking a few shots at those sodas.
Nice. Ooh, even nicer. Okay. But the first one wasn't as great, but the rest, yeah. Oh yeah, that is nice. I love the look of that. Nice.
Looks like I need.
I like how you can see the impacts there.
Sight in this red dot because all of my shots were way left and low. Okay, so we have our 9mm muzzle brake.
Why are you suddenly wearing much warmer clothes, just in case it explodes?
This one is made out of rosewood.
To protect your body.
I have 10 more rounds of 9mm full metal jackets. And I'm taking some precautions while shooting these in case they do decide to splinter. I have on a face shield, a neck shield, I have on a jacket, and gloves. I may not actually pull the trigger on some of these bigger ones, but that's going to be dictated by what this one does.
Okay. Interesting.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. Not a promising start, I have to say. Bruh. Just gone. Obliterated.
Well, if the 9mm muzzle brake did that, I'm very curious to see what these other ones are going to do.
So it's even worse than I expected. Okay.
So now we are going to move on to rifles. Up next is going to be an AR-15 chambered in 5.56, equipped with a 20-round mag. Let's take a few shots with it first at that can of taco meat.
Nice. All that wasted meat. Oof.
The 9mm muzzle brake did not hold up too well, but the 5.56 muzzle brake is made out of an exotic wood called Jatoba. The 5.56 has quite the muzzle blast, so I'll be very curious to see how this thing holds up. Okay, we have our protective gear on.
Is this even a proper muzzle brake? Because they have to be angled backwards in order to have any kind of effect. This one looks like it just vents the gases out the side, which I guess will reduce the recoil very slightly, maybe. I'm not even sure.
5.56 wooden muzzle brake. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Same thing. Okay, I think I know how the rest of this is going to go. Definitely a lot less exciting than expected. But okay.
I think that's from the 5.56. Yeah, because I can still read a little bit of splinters on there. That was pretty eventful. That 5.56 had quite a bit of muzzle blast. So I'm very excited to see what happens with these next calibers. So up next, we're going to step it up to 308. This is a Taurus Expedition bolt-action rifle, and I'm loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 168 grain boat tail hollow points.
Very nice.
Before we try out our muzzle brake, let's blast that 6-pound can of pudding. I don't have an optic on here though.
The barrel looks extremely thick. I thought it was a 12 gauge at first.
So I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I may get covered in pudding.
I think you will. Let's see it. Oh. Okay. It's a lot less energetic than I expected. Guess didn't have time to transfer all of that.
That's nasty. That's been in the barn for about 6 months. For the 308, I have 2 wooden muzzle brakes. One made out of rosewood, and this other one is made out of babinga. I have on my safety gear again, and we have our rosewood muzzle brake for the 308.
Interesting.
Let's see what happens. Here we go.
I think I know. Yep. The exact same thing.
That did not work.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, this barrel looks huge.
So now we have our 308 muzzle brake made out
Does it just have to be really thick to contain the pressures of a 308, or
of
why is that?
babinga, and as you can see, it is much beefier. I'm curious to see if this holds up.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Here we go.
Yep. Yeah, I think we could even see some splinters bouncing up back off of the table.
Okay. I mean, I think I'm starting to see why muzzle brakes are not made out of wood.
Yep. That one exploded even harder, I think. And it hit the camera. Or the tripod, at least. The front just blasting off. Okay.
So our next rifle is quite a big step up. This is a Weatherby bolt-action rifle. And this is a safari rifle, chambered
pretty huge.
in 460 Weatherby Magnum. That ain't no 458 Win Mag. That is a 500 grain brass round. And before we try out our muzzle brake, let's blast that 6-pound can of hominy.
Ooh. What is that?
There's hominy everywhere.
I don't know what that is. It looks like tiny little bolts. What is that?
That never gets old. Hominy everywhere. That never gets old.
Let me try to read what it says. No, I have no idea what any of that is. I'm thinking it's something like mozzarella cheese, but I have no idea.
So now I have my
if that's really the case.
Weatherby Magnum.
Ooh, that's like different design. Okay.
Muzzle brake, and this is made out of Ipe, which supposedly is pretty tough, but that 460 muzzle blast is pretty big. Okay. We have another 500 grain round.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's explode this one.
I don't think that Ipe was tough enough.
As expected. It splits right up. Wow. Okay.
Okay, well,
Wow.
that got launched pretty far. I'm about 30 yards from where we shot, and this thing just completely detonated. So our final...
Now it makes me wonder, what if you did it in a different orientation, like so that the grain of the wood, I think, in this one is going like along the length of the gun. So what if you made it perpendicular? Would that... I don't think it would hold, but maybe it would fragment differently, I wonder.
Final caliber today is going to be 50 BMG. I have a...
the PTSD gun.
Wooden 50 BMG muzzle brake, and this thing is made out of Ipe, and we have it attached to the Serbu RN50.
Yep.
But it's so weird, ever since I attached it to this gun, my neck will not stop itching.
Yep.
And as you can imagine, for this shot, I will be placing this in a lead sled and
definitely
pulling a string.
Especially this particular gun.
Sorry. This brings back so many fond memories.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we just got to pull that hammer back.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's pull the
Classic.
thing, shall we? Here we go.
Let's see it. Oof. That was...
I may have destroyed my camera.
That was quite some recoil.
My slow-mo camera. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I may have broke it.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's okay. And that's a really cool shot of it just flying back.
So good.
Let me see that again. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
So
look at him just jumping back.
It looks like all that got damaged on my slow-mo camera is the HDMI cable. You can see it's kind of bent, so something smacked that, but the camera as a whole is good. Somewhere right now, Gavin with the slow-mo guys is having a really tight pain in his chest, and he has no idea why. Now, as for our 50 BMG muzzle brake, I'm going to say that wood definitely is not a good option for a 50 BMG muzzle brake. I guess wood as muzzle brakes in general, I see now why they don't use it. It is pretty and it is light.
Oh, I wonder if you could use something non-metal now, like some sort of polymer material. Would that hold up to it?
Not super durable. But I guess if you were looking for a very quick and effective way to disperse toothpicks, that would be a good option.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Into the bushes. That's your table.
All right, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, I think I could probably do better than a wooden muzzle brake if I would have gotten my start in weapons technology at SCI. Link in the description down below. Be sure and give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button. Be sure and check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those are in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this was even worse than I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to hold up for at least, you know, 1 or 2 shots maybe, but no, not even the 9mm. Not even the very first smallest one could withstand the power. Well, that just goes to show how powerful firearms are. They're no joke. So yeah, with that, thank you everyone so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm still working on the new Minecraft episode. It's probably going to take a little while more. It's gonna be a long one, but I'm gonna try to edit it down as much as I can. So yeah, thank you, and bye-bye everyone.